Temujin's father, Yasuji, was a respected warrior. He led his clan with courage, strength, and an iron will. Temujin grew up believing a leader must live without fear. Temujin's mother, Holan, had been taken from another tribe by force. She carried sorrow in her heart but raised her children with fierce strength. The enemy she left behind waited for the right moment to strike back. Temujin learned to ride a horse before he was old enough to understand danger. He learned the language of the wind, the movement of animals, and the silence of the steppe. Nature was his first teacher. At the age of 9, Temujin was promised to Borte, a young girl from the Ongjurat tribe. Though they were children, destiny was quietly writing their future. On the journey home, Yasuji was poisoned by the Tatars. Temujin returned only to see his father dying. With his death, the family lost protection and fell into danger. The tribe abandoned Holan and her children. A family once respected became a family struggling to survive. This betrayal carved strength into Temujin's heart. Temujin grew up fighting hunger more than enemies. He hunted small animals, shared tiny meals with siblings, and faced winters with almost nothing. He learned that survival required both courage and patience. A conflict with his older half-brother, Begtur, turned deadly. In a painful moment of desperation, Temujin ended Begtur's life. A heavy memory that followed him forever. In 1162, on the cold plains of Mongolia, a child named Temujin was born. His arrival felt like the beginning of a storm, quiet but powerful. No one knew this child would one day shape half the world. Mongolia was a land of endless grass, freezing winters, and constant tribal wars. Here, only the strongest survived. Temujin's world was built on struggle from the very first day. Old enemies struck back. The Merkit tribe kidnapped Borte, seeking revenge for Holan's abduction long ago. Temujin's world collapsed into sorrow and rage. Temujin made a promise to himself: he would rescue Borte, no matter what it cost. He reached out to two powerful allies, Togrul Khan and his childhood friend Jamuka. Their support gave Temujin the strength to strike back. After a fierce struggle, Borte was rescued. Her return brought joy, hope, and renewed determination to Temujin's life. Temujin began gathering followers. He treated the poor and common soldiers with respect, something rare on the steppe. People started seeing him as a new type of leader. Jamuka, once a brother to Temujin, feared his rise. He believed only nobles should rule. Temujin believed every brave man deserved a chance. This difference created a dangerous divide. The Mongol steppe turned into a battleground. Clans chose sides, either Temujin or Jamuka. Civil war had begun. For years, battles raged across the plains. Temujin's strategies, discipline, and fairness began turning the tide. Temujin introduced new rules: loyalty, equality, and strict discipline. He broke old traditions and built a new order based on merit. Temujin's forces defeated Jamuka's armies one after another. Common soldiers joined him willingly, believing in his vision of unity. Jamuka was finally captured. In a moment of dignity, he asked for an honorable death. Temujin granted his final request, ending an era of rivalry. With no major enemies left, all tribes slowly came under Temujin's leadership. A divided land finally stood together. Leaders from every tribe gathered to honor Temujin. He was declared Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. A new empire had been born. Genghis Khan reorganized tribes, reshaped laws, and created an army unlike any the world had seen. Mongolia was no longer a collection of clans, it was a powerful empire. The Taichi tribe captured Temujin, bound him, and tried to break his spirit. But even in chains, he refused to surrender to fear. Under his leadership, communication improved, trade routes were secured, and soldiers trained relentlessly. The empire was preparing for something far greater. Genghis Khan looked beyond Mongolia. He saw vast kingdoms, wealthy cities, and powerful nations. His ambition grew larger than the steppe itself. The time had come. Genghis Khan moved his armies toward the world beyond Mongolia. What followed would change history forever. This was not the end of the story. It was the beginning of a global empire. One dark night, Temujin escaped his captors. He ran through forests and rivers, hiding wherever he could. This escape marked the beginning of his rise. As a young man, Temujin returned to claim Borte as his wife. Her loyalty and wisdom would become crucial to his future,